Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're here to talk about the Magical Hours Tarot, written by Cecilia Latari, um, illustrations by Fabiana Belmonte. This is the deck I was talking about when I was reviewing the Time Tarot, and I said that there were a couple of tarot decks coming out this month or this year that were discussing time and the passage of time and things like that. And I was mentioning this one. This is there's a few coming out this year, but this is the one that I was excited about getting in my hot little hands. So I've been playing with it. I ripped it open as soon as it came, and I've been playing with it. And I wanted to share it here with you today, and then also maybe try a few pairings with you today. So let's get started. So we start with a box. It is in a one of the larger US Game Systems box. This was sent over to me for review by US Game Systems. Thank you to US Games for sending it for review so that I could share it with you. This is the book. You have a nice chunky little colored book, matte pages. There's a the box inside the box here, inside the tray. So here's the theme. It says, in nature, time is ever changing and magical. The light changes every hour, and with it, the colors and subtle sensations. Each moment of the day is inhabited by insects, animals, and flowers that follow one another in natural ancient rhythm that marks time, days, and seasons. In this deck, we can follow the path of the sun and moon through one day and one night. We will meet fantastic and real creatures, guardians of the dawn, the twilight, the deep night, and the distant shining moon. The major arcana, when arranged side by side, describes a time cycle from sunset rise to sunset to full night, ending with a new dawn. The deck is a journey through time, space, and dreams. So the structure of the deck is a general tarot deck. You've got your major arcana, you've got your four suits, their wands, pentacles, cups, and swords, and their dawn, daytime, twilight, and deep night, respectively. So wands are dawn, and also they're also fire still. And then you've got pentacles are earth, but they're daytime, cups are twilight, and swords are deep night. So instead of them being ordered wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, which is the order we normally find them when they come out of the pack, they reorder them a little bit just so that it makes sense as we're going through the day, as you're walking through the cards. But once you shuffle them, the order they're in the guidebook and the order they're in the pack really doesn't matter. But just be aware of that. So when you're looking in the guidebook, that's the order they're in. And here is a little bit about the cards. So I will read from that as we go through so that you can understand what the suits are portraying. And then you have a full color picture for the majors, the title, the time period underneath the title, which is nice because it's easy to remember. I've been working with it, and to be honest, it has been very easy to remember, and you can see it in the card. But sometimes, if you're a little bit confused between whether you're looking at, especially in the majors, because we're going across every four cards, we're changing. I think it's every four cards, we're changing time periods, or maybe every six cards. I don't know. I'm not mathing right now, but it's every few cards you're changing time periods. So as it mixes up, sometimes it can look a little samey, especially in the twilight and sunrise cards. So the having it here is helpful. So then you get a write up of the card, which tells you about the energy of the card as well as what you see in the card. And then down here, there's like a little action. So we have 6 a.m. When you wake up, open the windows and look at the sky, whatever the weather. Take a moment to contemplate the new day. So that's your action if you pull this card. Like if you're doing a daily pull, that can be something you can go off of, something you can give your querent to go and do. Um, and as you can see, we're just moving along. We have 6:30, 7:30, and it goes on all the way until you get to nighttime. So it goes all the way to 5:45 a.m. So we go through 10 p.m., 2 a.m., and then into the minors, we have a smaller thumbnail. I really do wish these thumbnails were actually full-size images, and I'll show you why when we get to the flip through. Then we've got the Ace of Wands is the title. You have Dawn plants here, and then because each one has plants, and the plants are listed in the front, what they could be. There's not like a specific write up as to which each plant is, but I think they're really well illustrated. So if you know plants, you should be able to tell what plant it is. For someone like me, I really do wish they would have taken the opportunity to put the name of the plant here. They could have said, like, I don't know what plant this is, but if it's like a violet, for instance, they could have said Dawn Violet instead of Dawn Plants, and it would have helped me. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just repeating the word plants, it would have been nice to have the name of the plant. But I think for people who know plants, you won't have any trouble recognizing them. Some of them even I could recognize, and I'm not really that great with plants. That's how the guidebook goes. The whole thing is just like that. In the back, there's some how to use the deck, a couple of spreads, one card a day. There's a sunrise to sunset spread, and then about the artist and about the author. And that's it. So here are the backs. Fully reversible, no copyright. They are very earthy and a little bit warm. And I feel like the fronts of the cards are very dreamy, airy, cool, breezy. I don't know that the backs really feel like they match to me, but they're pretty though. I just don't know that they match the fronts of the cards. So here's the Fool. And as you can see, they're sitting on that flower, and each card has a flower. And again, the skies will change as we go through the day. So we're in sunrise right now. Magician. We have pumpkins. I recognize the pumpkins. High Priestess. We have water lilies. And when I was saying that I really wish that the whole book had full-size images, this is why. So these titles, these bubbles that they put here, and this is typical for a Vivita deck. This is not. This is something I haven't seen before where they put a bubble at the top and the bottom. Normally there's just like a number up here. I really wish they would have put the title just right on the image. I know that that's sometimes an issue with people being able to see them, and I understand why they put the bubble there. But with it being so opaque, I think if it was a little bit more translucent, that would have been even better. But these bubbles cover up imagery that I want to see. Like, I want to see these plants. The plants are important in the card. We have a water lily here, right? And they're covered. Her feet are bare, which I feel like is an important part of this image. I cannot see that in this card. I noticed it when I was going through the guidebook. Her walking barefoot through these roses is something. You know what I mean? Like, it's something, and it definitely can add to a reading, but it's being covered up by the title. And it's not the only two cards. There's a few of them that do that. So here we have the Emperor. Some of them are fine and it's not a big deal, but too many of them for me cover up stuff I want to see. So I really wish they would have either made these translucent or given us full-size images of all of the cards in the guidebook so that we can see what's being missed. Like here, the wheels are covered up in the chariot. The Strength card, beautiful with the wings. I love the wings on here. I mean, they're not the coloring of a peacock, but they kind of remind me of a peacock, which is perfect for like the Leo card, you know? Hermit, beautiful. Hermit facing the other way in this one. I like how they're looking at each other. It's like he's offering the lion a flower, a big flower. Wheel of Fortune. That's one thing that I really enjoy about this deck is the directionality. I enjoy the serenity on the people's faces. You can see the just there's a calm to them that brings a calm to me when I look at the cards, and I really enjoy that. I think that the artwork is beautiful. It is I want to say a collage art that's been digitally manipulated afterwards to kind of give it like a samey look. You know, I don't know if that's like, I want to say that she put some kind of filter over the collage, maybe. I don't know. I can't really call it. Part of me wants to say that there's probably a little bit of AI in the deck if you care about that kind of stuff. Because sometimes I know that when people collage things, they will pull images from public domain, and sometimes there's AI stuff in there, especially now. So, I've seen a couple of decks kind of bring that in lately, and it's possible. But the way she's done it is stunning. This card is stunning. Like it is stunning, you know? So the artwork is beautiful and evocative. And yeah, there's some of them like this lady here that are covered up that I makes me a little sad. Like the boat is there, you can see it, but it's almost covered up. The flower here is being covered. But yeah, that's the only thing. I feel like this could have been a slam dunk if it wasn't for these titles, you know? The sun. Look at the sun. Look at the eye. So if you're thinking about the sun as like an authenticity card, it's uncovering what the moon has hidden. The eye, the see all eye, you know, like I just love it. I love um reading with surrealist art. And this is like really good interpretations with surrealist art, I think, in my opinion. The artist and the author worked well together here. The guidebook is solid and the artwork is beautiful. So I like this deck a lot. I've been reading with it for a couple of weeks now and I've really been enjoying it. Well, maybe not a couple of weeks. I think I got it about a week and a half ago. Okay, so we've gotten into the wands. So let me read from the book. Okay, so I'm just going to read these passages about the cards as I flip through the cards. So it says the wands are associated with light, that of the dawn turning into the full day. They speak of beginnings, ideas, passion, invention, activity, desire, and potential. With the wands, we get in touch with the fire element and thus with the energetic warmth of creativity, with the will to do things, with infectious passion. Its associated plants are those that bloom in the early hours of the day. The Ipomea species, squash and zucchini flowers, convolvulus, I don't know, almost all cactus flowers, and the sky blue flower of chicory. And there's a couple more here in Latin that I can't pronounce that I'm just not even going to try. But so that's what we have there. There's our Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Are these the cactus flowers? It's been a long time since I've seen a cactus flower. I know I recognize the sunflowers here. You guys will have to let me know, or if somebody does a video that names the flowers, let me know. Tell me in the descriptions, the comments, so that I can go look. So now we're on to the pentacles. The pentacle suit is everything that is manifested from the small seed to the big tree with its sun laden fruits. Correctness and the material world belong to this suit. Everything is connected to well being, nourishment, feeling safe, structure, and solidity. It's a part of the earth element and all of its variations. The plants you find here are sunflower, hibiscus, marigold, magnolia, peony, and St. John's worts. We've associated the midday time when most plants open to the sun and to the light. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven. Love how she's on this ladder, like walks up into the clouds. These are buttercups, right? I feel like I recognize those. The Eight of Pentacles. The cover of the box is this card here, the Nine of Pentacles. I really enjoy this Ten of Pentacles because it's like family. They might not be necessarily blood, but they could be, but they're definitely connected. And I like the different ages of women here. So that's nice. Um, an alternative family than what we normally would see on a Ten of Pentacles card. Here's the page. This beautiful, serene town down here, or village. The Knight of Pentacles. She's got bat wings. She's got her own wings, and then we've got these doves. This dove is almost translucent. It's like when I saw this dove, I was like, is it a dove or is it the ghost of a dove? Is it an angel? I don't know. So interesting. The Queen of Pentacles. The little robins, and the Queen. The King. And the people are so small. And we do find anthropomorphic animals in the kings and also in the majors. I always love it when they put people in the aces. It's just something, a little thing I always love. So there's people in all the aces, and I love that. See how the number covered up the lion's face there? All right, so it says the cups are welcoming, intimate, listening. They are mainly mirrors of our emotions. Water, the element best suited to them, is fluid and formless until contained, just like love, anger, joy, sadness, pain, or fear. To understand them, we must give them a shape by observing them from within ourselves. The plants we can encounter are those that bloom in the evening. The tuberose, the caper flower, or plants with cup shaped flowers, such as the magnolia or even the birch with its silvery leaves. The Eight of Cups. And in the cups are just these blue flowers in different cups. The Nine of Cups. 10. Here's the Page of Cups. She's so sweet. I love that she's sitting on a big ass fish. It's like there's a fish in her cup for sure, but that she's sitting on a giant fish. But here's the little goldfish in her cup and her little flower in her hair with all of this going on in the background. All right, here's the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. It's just very clever, and there's so much symbolism in the artwork. I mean, which is very typical of surrealist paintings. So it's perfect. Surrealism really lends itself, I think, very well to tarot anyway. So, so it was gonna win in that way anyway, right? Ace of Swords. All right, so let's move on to the swords. It says the swords. A seed connected with the air element brings clarity of thought and the ability to see the truth as it is. The sword blade cuts and discerns, leaving only what is necessary. The truth can be hard to look at, it can be sharp, but at the same time, it is a clarifying force. Swords are like words. One moment they can be redemptive and elevate us, and the next moment they can be used against us or they can be misunderstood. They are associated with night, the time when the light of the moon and that of the celestial stars shine clearly in the skies. The lunar and nocturnal plants include night jasmine, datura, mugwort, and night beauty. Eight of Swords. I love this card, the Seven of Swords. It's like she trying to steal the moon? Like, I don't know what she is doing. She's got this sword. It looks like it's falling. Maybe it fell from this basket out of this hole right here. Um, Maybe it fell through that hole. What do we think? Let me know. I probably should look in the guidebook. It probably says, but it's more fun to try to make up my own stories. I did look in the guidebook at some of them. Look at this one. This one reminds me of an old painting. The Ten of Swords. Beautiful with this light coming out of the flower. So it's like the flowers are there, but they're not just there. They almost look at the broken rope there, the severed ropes. They're not just there, they're part of the story, which I enjoy. So we have the Page of Swords. There's Jasmine in her hair. I feel like that was a song. Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords, another little robin. And the King. See, I want to know what that flower is on his lapel. One of these, I think, right? And they're the backs again. Okay, so let's give them a shuffle. We have plain edges. Like I said, the cards are extremely glossy, but not sticky. They move very nicely. They are a slightly larger than a tarot size card. So here they are up against a tarot card and up against an oracle. Okay, here's a Hay House size oracle card. They are the same height as a Hay House deck and more narrow. So that's the size. If you have or have touched any of the other Vivita glossy decks, I would bet that this is all the same cardstock. I don't have the Zodiac one, but I would bet it's the same cardstock. I do have the Magic Cats, the Find Your Magic. All of those are the same stock. So if you have any of those, then you'll know this cardstock. It is pretty. I mean, it's pretty bendy, and if you have larger hands than you can probably riffle shuffle it. I honestly can't because I have small hands, but I can side shuffle it this way, and I can control it pretty well. So, um, so I just want to make sure that I mix it up really well before we get started with the pairings that I wanted to try. I have a few decks in my ball box that are put away that I think would go so well with this, but I want to see what I have out now that I can pair with it. So let me get the decks and we'll take a look. It is a no-brainer. Another surrealist style collage deck with botanical elements. I think, I think they're going to go really well together. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm pretty sure. So let's just go ahead and look at this one first. This is the Botanical Dreams, the Lovers, and the Eight of Swords. Air cards with hibiscus, and hibiscus is about beauty and expressing beauty and then noticing beauty as well. Stardust with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I love the stardust falling from her there. The Five of Pentacles with her hair and these pentacles blowing into boundaries. And then the cups, the birds are flying into boundaries from the Nine of Cups as well. I like that. She's buried herself underground. The Moon with the Queen of Pentacles and green vibrations. All right, staying in the botanical element, let's try the Southern Botanic Oracle. I was thinking if I use these two together, it could be nice because maybe, I could find a plant that overlaps, since this one has so many plant images in it. So let's see. So we have the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles and Stinking Cedar, vulnerability and threat. Interesting. Magic and transformation with the Nine of Wands and death. Okay. The Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I love the Seven of Swords with foul play. Look at that. I like these. I think I like these even better than I like the last one. Maybe because it's just a single image, so it's giving me space to really focus on the tarot. It's not like pulling my focus or anything like that. Maybe that's what it is. The Tower and the King of Wands with counting time cycles, with counting and time cycles, or time cycles. One more. The Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. I've done a couple of walkthroughs over the last couple of days, and I keep getting double numbers like this. I wonder if it's like some kind of a sign or something, some kind of an omen. Something that's also really has a lot of light in the imagery is this Luminous Humanist Oracle. So I wanted to give it a shot and just kind of see if maybe they'll play together. I'm not sure. The images are going to be very different, and you'll see. But maybe, you never know. I never know. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, it'll never go, and then I put them together and it's like a perfect match. And sometimes I'm like, oh, these are going to be great, and then I put them together and they look a hot mess. So really, I have to just get them down here and see, because my memory, trying to work off my memory, it's never a good idea. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles with Judgment and Warrior, not Worrier. I like that. Emperor with divine discombobulation. Oh, interesting. And the sun. So it's like, yeah, maybe you're in charge of things, but you don't really know what you're doing. And that will be revealed soon if you're not careful. Um, More to give with the Empress. Oh, look at that, and the star. Yeah, these like each other. These absolutely like each other. Now I'm thinking, what about the Gaian Oracle? Because it's a similar color palette. Not, I don't want to say it's a similar vibe, but they live in the same house in different rooms. You know what I mean? So we've got, this one is more divine guidance, and that one is more divine earthly guidance. I don't know. They live in the same house in different rooms. That's the best way I can. So we got the Two of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and you are already golden. And then one more, the World, and paper tigers. Paper tigers. Interesting, with the Three of Swords. Aw. Okay, so that's the last one. Let me get the Gaian one. All right. Golden Keys of Gaia. Oracle of Elemental Wisdom. I wish I had another one that talked about the time periods here. So we've got the world. And the world is like coming up against that sunrise again, and the nighttime with the winds of change. And the message here says, great winds of change are forecast ahead, guiding you in a completely new direction. Don't be afraid. Allow yourself to be led by the breeze with ease. So maybe, and by the end of the day, because we have sunrise to night, there's going to be a big shift and change. Something's going to end, something new can begin. So maybe in the past, change has not been such a great thing. It's been a hard thing to deal with, it's been hurtful. And maybe we just need to have a quick reminder here that change can also bring good things, it can also bring new things. And that we should be open to that today. If there's an option, an opportunity for change, maybe be a little bit more open to it. Go with the flow, loosen your grip and release control and expectations of the outcome. Again, loosen your grip, be open to compromise this time. With the Temperance card and Strength, loosen your grip and be open to compromise. Look at that. Maybe this is the best one so far, huh? I never would have even considered putting these together if I hadn't pulled out Luminous Humanist and saw those two together. Surrender. Dance with what is rather than what isn't. Make the most of the situation. Surrender. With the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. There's so much inspiration here, but you're holding on to what has served you well so far, but it's not getting you any further. You're stuck. So let loosen the reins a little bit and surrender to the new inspirations that would maybe push us into something that is going to shake us loose of this stuck pattern. Imagination. Give yourself permission to daydream. Your imagination is the portal to manifesting the life you desire. Look at these clouds, they're so cute. Okay, imagination with the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. I think this is my favorite one. I have one more here to try, so we'll try it, and then we'll wrap it up. This is the Urbana Witch Oracle. Same writer, different artist. Let's see. How this one might pair up with this. So we've got Bramble and the Silence. And look at these. Are these blackberries? They look juicy and delicious. With the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. Now, the thing about this Oracle deck is that sometimes the titles escape me. So let me look at what bramble in the silence means. Okay, so it says the wisdom of this card is akin to the resilience of the bramble. Be steadfast, find your place to root and hold your ground. Embrace silence, for the decisions ahead are yours to make in solitude. Oh, with the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups. Interesting. We have the Three of Cups here, but this is saying um, ground yourself and work in solitude. So there's definitely some sort of something there that needs to be worked on in order to align that. So you have the Ace of Cups with the Three of Wands and the runes, which I'm guessing is like messages or something. What's in this? What's happening here? Yeah, they're giving, maybe it's divination. Nourish. Now that's a keyword I can actually like. Okay, so this keyword I got, nourish. Okay, so nourish with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, both very nourishing figures. And shoot, the shoot. Okay, so we're growing, transforming into something, finding our way up, reaching towards the sun with the Eight of Cups, moving in a new direction, and the Five of Swords. Interesting. Maybe at our at the expense of someone else. The hold stones. What are these? Let me see. I can't remember. I remember looking this up before, but I can't exactly remember what it was. It's been a while since I've used this deck. Okay, so this is about inviting beauty, learning to see the beauty around you with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Okay, so we'll stop there. So before we go, I'm just going to pull these majors out. I probably should have filmed this segment before, but I forgot before I shuffled, but I didn't. So now I'm going to put I want to see the majors laid out. I've been wanting to see the majors laid out, and I keep forgetting. So let's do it together. I'm going to get them all together here, and then I will come back. All right, let's go. So we started with 6 a.m. or 5:30 in the morning or something. So we've got our sun rising. And now here you can see it changes to day. Okay, good. And then we're moving on into like early afternoon. This looks like it's about noon. That looks like a clear noon. Nice bright sky, right? And then a little bit darker as the sun goes down. And then now we're looking into twilight, like as the sun is starting to set. Definitely into night now. Yeah, nice. These are really cool. Full night. So this is night, 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 night. And now it looks like the sun is starting to peek back over the horizon there. We got really early in the morning. So that's nice. And then where's the Fool? We start again with the Fool. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. I like this deck a lot. Okay, so those are my thoughts on Magical Nature Tarot. I am excited to continue to have another deck to work on reading with time and integrating time into my readings. That's what I was doing with it mostly when I was using it. I wasn't using it with Oracle. I was just trying to use it and integrate the time and seeing if I could pick out what the time was based on the skies, and I could. Not the exact time, but I could see that I'm looking at day or night, and I think even sometimes when I wasn't quite sure if I was looking at sunrise or sunset, I could discern it from thinking about the cards. So that was helpful as well. I like this deck. I think it's a cool concept. And like I said, I'm interested in these new decks coming out that are integrating time into the imagery and into the theme of the deck. So this will be number 2 for me. Let me know if you pick this one up or if you're planning to, what you think about it, and all the things in the comments below. I will put in the description box below the US Games link as well as the Amazon link because it's on sale right now as I'm filming this on US Games, and then it will be coming. So it's pre-orderable on Amazon. If you do decide to order from Amazon, I do appreciate it when you use my links It helps. I am an Amazon affiliate. It gives me a couple of cents. It doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do is log in after you've clicked the link and add it to your cart after you've logged in, and then they credit me. I will also put links for anything else that you saw here today in the description box below in case you're interested in picking anything up. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel grow, helps me know what you guys like. I love this one with the angel dove. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. I have lots of walkthroughs to come, many decks sitting here at my feet that needed to be reviewed. So stay tuned. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.